Hi, I'm Gordon, and this is the last video where we're going to be looking at code for our aspect-based sentiment analysis problem. And I'm not going to recap everything from previous videos because I want to keep this last one as short as possible. But I will talk briefly about what we did in the most recent video. We put together a giant list of topic predictions. And we iterated, to get this list, we iterated through every single sentence in our corpus and used the LDA algorithm that we put together to make a prediction as to which topic that sentence belonged to. Okay. And once we had this giant list here, the next logical step for us is simply these are all of the sentences individually, is to pull that information into a more usable format. So here I'm just going to reshape it into a data frame. And this counts object that I've created here is really actually just to show you these are all of the topics that exist, with 99 being that error topic that we talked about. Okay, but we're going to go ahead and make a data frame out of our predictions. We're going to then go through the process of saying, okay, we want to reshape this into something more usable. So I'm setting an index counter and a column number counter and creating a data frame that I'm going to fill up by iterating. And I'm using 1338 here because that's the total number of reports that exist in this corpus. And I'm saying, okay, each time we iterate through here, the column number is going to go up by 1. You know, I shouldn't even be calling this column number. It should be player number. My own mistype there, but that's okay. We're going to create an empty list each time we go through here for that player's report. And we'll say for each sentence in that report, of which we know there will be 32, we are going to now append the prediction at this index, right? This index counter, which goes up by 1 each time, to the list that we've created. Okay, and then we're simply saying, okay, this data frame up here, which starts out as empty, each time we go through this loop for all 1,338 reports, we're adding a new column. Okay, and I keep calling this a column. It's actually going to be a row, but we're adding a new column for the purposes of this, and then we're simply transposing it so that it becomes a row. And what we end up with down here is a data frame that shows us these predictions. So it's saying, okay, this sentence for this report belongs to that topic, and so on and so forth for each one. When we see 99s, we know that those are simply errors. Those are empty sentences, so to speak. When we see 11s, we know that these are the filler sentences that we created so that we could have a data frame that's uniform and has the same number of columns and rows no matter what, right? Okay. If you watched the previous videos in this series, then this one should make sense. I'm just going to finish up by pickling this so that I can use it later. And in the next video, I'm going to talk a little bit about these results, and we'll pull out individual sentences that our algorithm says are on the same topic and try to make some judgment calls as to what we think actually worked here and what didn't. Finally, we'll take a look at the sentiment aspect and combining that with this information to give us a sense of, you know, what did we get? Did this work? On our second iteration, what could we do differently to make all of this more effective? All right. Thanks so much for listening. I look forward to closing this out in the next video or so.